What's going on? We got both working, which is great, Adrian. That's awesome. It's Dr. Cratio, guys. Welcome to another live. Super excited to be talking about the 3 corrective exercises you need to be doing if you're doing a lot of sitting. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone that sent me a message or says something kind about the videos. I'm glad they're valuable. If you ever have a suggestion, I see you. Please send it my way. I will do my best to answer it. Now, so let's talk about sitting. So a couple important things. When we chat about sitting, most people, let me frame myself in the shot here. Most people know that your head starts to go forward. Now here's an important thing to know about the anatomy of your neck. Flexion extension, so this motion happens mostly at the base of your neck, specifically at C5. That's the lever where most of the flexion extension comes into play. That's super important for you to know. The other thing that's really important is what happens when you sit is notice how my shoulders come forward, and what happens is they start to roll in like this. That's called internal rotation. Especially if you're using a mouse with either hand, what you're going to notice is that a lot of the times it's not just this hump, Quasimodo type posture. What you might not know is that your shoulders rotate in like this. Now, your body it's a machine. So if you're stressing it in one way, particularly with sitting, you're forward and your shoulders are around like this, what we want to be able to do, and the way that we're going to help this is we have to adopt the opposite posture in our spare time. So step number 1, let's not be romantic about this. I understand that you're sitting because you go to work and this is your job. So it's really nice to talk about, well, you shouldn't sit. That's not realistic for most of you. I understand you're going to be sitting. So let's find out ways to combat this tension. Now, the first exercise that I'm going to show you is I have my trusty lacrosse ball. All you're going to do is you are going to find a place on the wall like this. You're going to stick this puppy at the base of your neck. Remember, I was talking about C5, and all you're going to do, keep the ball off the middle where the bone is, work to both sides and work underneath your skull. And all you're going to do is you're going to find a place that does not feel very nice, and you're just going to apply pressure against the ball and work out the scar tissue in your muscle. Because once the scar tissue is gone, that'll help the muscle be able to move freely. If you're having chronic trouble with your muscles, one of the reasons might be because there has been scar tissue in there for a long period of time. And remember, muscle is supposed to slide like this, and if there's scar tissue that forms, it is unable to slide. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2, very, very similar, but this time what we're going to do is, remember, we're spending a lot of time with our head forward like this while we're sitting. We're going to find the back of the wall. We're going to tuck our chin, so make that super sexy turtle chin that everyone loves to see. Make the double, triple chins. And what we're going to do this time is we are going to work on pushing our head, not too tight or not too hard, but just push it back against the wall. And what we're trying to do is engage the muscles in the back of our neck that have become stretched and long from spending our time, with our head hanging out like this. Now, the third exercise, this is going to help for your shoulders. So this is going to be a little bit more complicated. What we're going to do is you're going to reach behind you and you're going to want to touch knuckles like this. And when you touch knuckles, you're going to want to lace your fingers together. And as you're stretching out your arms, now what we're going to do is turn our hands this way. And what that's going to do is, number 1, help you stay nice and tall, like this. And number 2, instead of internally rotating your shoulders, you're going to spend some time with your shoulders externally rotated, and it's going to help. It's going to start to correct that posture that's been happening from internal rotation, head forward, years and years of sitting. Now, how often should you do this? As often as possible. If you have breaks built into your day, get up, stand up, make sure when you're walking around, try walking around like this. Are your coworkers going to look at you funny? Yep, probably, but get them doing it too. Pretty soon we can have the whole office walking around like a bunch of weirdos, which would be awesome. Other than that, try to do it at the start of your day and particularly at the end of your day as you're unwinding, because it'll help. So let me know how it goes. Give it a whirl. If this has been helpful, please like it or share it, because I guarantee you have a whole office of people who are sitting, and some of them could use some help. So talk to you soon, and have a great week. And now there's the mad scramble to like turn everything off, before anyone sees.